Good morning, Odysseers. All right, guys, prediction time. So, 2022, the year of the protest. It's happening. Look what's happening in London. Look what's happening in the maskless protests, blah, 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 anti-mandate protests. So let's go backtrack and let's keep this video very simple. We've been predicting on Mike in the Night and other shows and just talking and just kind of going forward where things are headed. Now, if we look at the timeline, it's a very simple timeline, and we covered this many times. 2017 was the year of the bail-ins. 2018 was the year of the repo markets. That didn't work. 2019 was the year of the protest. Now, people are saying, yeah, Mike, Hong Kong and France were protesting. No. All of South America except Honduras was protesting. We had Lebanon, Israel, because of phony elections in Israel. We had all kinds of protesting in 2019. Okay, it was spilling over into other countries. Everywhere was protesting. Everywhere was protesting. 2019 was marked down as the year of the protest. 2020, the convenient year of the lockdown. 2021, the year of the blood clot. And 2022, we're going back full force into the year of the protest again. No matter what they try or no matter how they try to make this or create this illusion for us, it doesn't work. They're having a really tough time convincing us of anything anymore. It's gotten so bad. And voting people out, kind of tough, especially when a lot of the elections are so heavily fixed and rigged. I called in January of 2020 that they will call a snap election in Canada, and I called that the Liberals will win the election in 2020 of January. People are like, why would he call a snap election during a pandemic? You're crazy, Mike. They called the election 9 months later after I predicted it, and guess who won? The Liberals. So it doesn't matter, like Macron, Scott Morrison, like the most disliked politicians in their own countries will still get voted in regardless if nobody votes for them. And that's what's been happening, and we've been seeing this pattern. So 2018, the year of the 2018, the year of the repo markets and bail-ins. 2019, the year of the protest. We saw it. It's try and find a country that wasn't protesting in 2019. Even Iceland was protesting in 2019. So 2020, the year of the lockdown. So convenient that a lockdown occurred during the Trump administration, or a virus forced the world into lockdown, shutting down every economic angle there is. 2022 will be the year of the protest, but we're going to be faced with massive food shortages, massive rolling blackouts, and continuity of energy is going to be a problem. And energy costs will go up. And they're just going to blame it on, I don't know if they're going to keep going with this COVID thing in 2022. I don't know. Because it's so it's garbage. They're gonna have to now go with climate change and climate change lockdowns. There's no other way around it. It's gonna be really tough to continue into 2022 with this whole COVID thing. It's just not working. So they're gonna have to figure something else out to, I guess, prove to the masses. Now we're destroying our country, I guess. And then let's go back. 1890s, 1870s, 1880s, 1890s, the Methane Control Climate Protection Act, where they were trying to fine farmers or tax farmers on the methane from their cows in the 1800s. Okay? 1981 to 1984, the Ozone Layer Protection Act. There's a hole in the ozone layer. Okay. Then 2000 to 2007, global warming. They fell face flat on their. They were just dead wrong on that. And then they got it. Well, we got to change it to a name, to climate change. Well, climate changes every friggin' day. It was sunny yesterday. It's raining today. The climate changes. You can't argue that. But the way they're prophesizing it or saying it is just, it doesn't add up. So then now it's climate emergency crisis. So with 2022, I think it's going to be massive climate lockdowns. I did make this video about climate lockdowns in 2019 when a nurse came into my store talking to me for a bit, and she told me she watches Mike in the Night, and she told me that they were on a conference call meeting, and on the conference call they were saying, how could we make climate change and climate shutdowns relevant so people could lock down and we could save the world before it gets engulfed. And then she came back and told me the same thing in 2020 when the whole COVID thing was. And you know what they changed? They changed the narrative of the conference call. How could we make climate change and climate lockdowns as relevant or prevalent or as convincing as COVID? That was on her conference call, and she told me. And she was one of the nurses that got laid off during the height of the pandemic in 2020. Not for not taking the jab. She got laid off as one of those respiratory nurses. Respiratory nurses there in a major hospital in Vancouver. So that's the question. And 2022 is going to be the year of the protest in full swing. And what are they going to do? What can they buy? Well, they'll start controlling our power. They'll start controlling other things to try and regulate us, because 2019 was big. But they tried covering up 2019 like it never happened. But then COVID happened. Comment below, let me know what you guys think for 2022. We're going to have our big prediction show on Mike in the Night at the last week of December. We're going to be covering 2022 predictions. We have other 5 years of prediction shows over on Odyssey, backed up on Odyssey, because we're not allowed, or every time we do something on YouTube, it becomes a major issue. Comment below, lots of love. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.